The silence of my seeming delay has stretched long, hasn't it? My child, you have stood at the window of your heart, watching the horizon for a sign, a ship, the first blush of a promised dawn, only to be met, day after weary day, with the same unchanging landscape awaiting, the hopes you held so dearly, the prayers you whispered with such fervent faith, seem to have vanished into an unresponsive expanse, leaving behind an ache of unfulfillment, a gnawing frustration that gnaws at the edges of your trust. They may have looked upon your prolonged season of anticipation, your apparent stagnation, and whispered that your hope was in vain, that my promises were empty, that the radiance you longed for would never arrive, and perhaps your own heart, tired from the strain, has begun to echo these despairing voices. But I draw near to you now, in this very moment of your weariness, to assure you through every perceived delay, through every moment of this extended waiting, I have been profoundly at work, meticulously preparing you for a radiance unseen, a glory whose brilliance requires this very period of profound, often hidden, maturation. You have known the peculiar weight of waiting unfulfilled, my prescient one. It is a heaviness that settles not just in the mind, but deep within the spirit. It is the ache of a dream deferred, the slow erosion of expectation, the creeping chill of doubt that threatens to extinguish the warm flame of your faith. You have poured out your heart. You have held fast to my word. You have striven with all your might, only to find yourself in what feels like a perpetual holding pattern, a sacred pause that has stretched into an agonizing stillness. The world, with its obsession for instant results and visible progress, offers a little solace in such seasons. It may label your waiting as failure, your trust as naivety, your quiet endurance as passivity. I have seen you, my child, wrestling with the why of these delays. Why, Lord, when I have been so faithful? Why this prolonged silence when my need is so great? Have you forgotten me? Have your promises failed? These questions, born of a heart that longs for my touch, for my intervention, for the tangible manifestation of my love, are not unheard by me. I understand the anguish of a spirit that feels its most fervent desires are being met with divine indifference, the temptation to give up, to conclude that your hopes were merely illusions, that the radiance you envisioned was a mirage, can be immense during such times. The weight of unfulfilled waiting is often compounded by the perception of time itself. From your human vantage point, a month, a year, a decade of delay can feel like an eternity. Each passing day without the desired outcome can add another layer to the burden, another question mark to your faith. You see others moving forward, their lives seemingly unfolding with ease, while you feel stuck in a stagnant pool, your own progress stalled, your own destiny deferred. This can breed a particular kind of sorrow, a feeling of being out of sync with the rhythm of life, a painful sense of being overlooked or left behind. And the silence, my child, my perceived silence during these delays, this can be the heaviest weight of all. When your prayers seem to bounce off an unyielding heaven, when your cries for guidance are met with what feels like an echoing emptiness, it is easy for despair to take root. You may have searched for my face, listened for my voice, longed for a sign, any sign, that I'm still with you, that my plan is still unfolding. And when those outward confirmations seem absent, the inner landscape can become a desolate place indeed. But I tell you, beloved, that my silence is never absence, and my delays are never denials, not in the way your fearful heart might interpret them. They are an integral part of a divine process, a sacred orchestration designed with infinite love and unerring wisdom to prepare you for something far greater, far more glorious, far more enduring than you could receive or sustain without this period of profound, often hidden, transformation. The radiance I am preparing for you is not a superficial shimmer, but a deep, abiding, soul-level luminescence. And such a light requires a meticulously prepared vessel, a spirit tempered and refined in the crucible of patient endurance. Think of a master artisan, my child, crafting a priceless jewel. The process is not rushed. There are stages of cutting, of polishing, of setting, each requiring meticulous attention, unwavering focus, and perfect timing. To hurry the process would be to compromise the jewel's ultimate brilliance, its perfect form, its enduring value. So it is with me and your soul. These delays, these periods of waiting, are often my times of most intensive, focused work upon your inner being. I am cutting away the facets of your character that would obscure my light. I am polishing the virtues of faith, of patience, of humility, of resilience, until they shine with the divine luster. I am setting you, like a precious gem, into the perfect context of my divine plan, ensuring that when your radiance is finally revealed, it will be displayed to its most glorious advantage. The weight of your waiting has not been a meaningless burden. It has been, in many ways, a sacred sculptor's tool, shaping you, molding you, deepening your capacity to receive and to radiate the profound light I have always intended for you. Every moment of your unfulfilled longing has stretched your heart, making it capable of holding more of my love. Every prayer whispered into the silence has strengthened your spiritual connection, even if you did not feel an immediate response. Every act of faith in the face of continued delay has woven another thread of gold into the tapestry of your soul. Nothing has been wasted, my child, nothing, through every delay. I have been preparing you with infinite love and unerring skill for a radiance so profound, so beautiful, so uniquely yours, that it will ultimately take your breath away and leave you in awe of the mysterious, wonderful ways of your God. This feeling of unfulfillment, this ache of the not yet, is often a powerful catalyst for spiritual deepening. When your earthly desires are immediately gratified, there's less impetus to seek the deeper, more lasting satisfactions of the spirit. But when fulfillment is delayed, when the outer world does not provide what your heart craves, you are often driven inwards, towards me, the only true source of lasting peace and contentment. These delays, therefore, can be profound invitations to discover that my presence alone is your greatest treasure, a treasure that no circumstance can diminish, no delay can erode. The frustrations you have felt is understandable. The human spirit is designed for growth, for movement, for expression, to feel held back, to perceive a blockage in the flow of your life naturally creates a sense of dis-ease. But I ask you to consider that sometimes the greatest movement is happening in the unseen. The most profound growth occurring in the quiet stillness of the waiting. Just as a tree sends its roots deeper during a drought, anchoring itself more firmly, seeking hidden sources of nourishment, so too, these periods of delay can cause your spiritual roots to go deeper into me, establishing a foundation of faith and trust that will sustain you through any future storms. Do not let the world's impatience become your own. Do not measure my faithfulness by the swiftness of my response, according to your human timetable. My ways are higher, my thoughts deeper. The radiance I am preparing is an eternal radiance, and its preparation is an eternal work, unfolding in my perfect time, for your ultimate and everlasting good. The weight of this waiting, when surrendered to me, becomes a sacred offering, a testament to your enduring hope in a love that never fails. My precious child, having felt the profound weight of your waiting unfulfilled, having wrestled with the frustration and disappointment that prolonged delays can bring, I now desire to lift your gaze to a higher vantage point, to offer you my divine perspective on these seasons of seeming stillness, for what appears to your human understanding as a period of stagnation, of my forgetfulness, or even of my denial, is in the intricate and loving economy of my kingdom, governed by my perfect, unerring timing. And within this divinely orchestrated delay, a crucial and often hidden process is unfolding within you, a sacred, hidden becoming, a profound inner preparation that is absolutely essential for the glorious, unseen radiance I am meticulously crafting for your life. Your human heart, understandably, operates on a different clock than my eternal wisdom. You see the passage of days, of weeks, of years, and when your longed-for desires remain unmanifested, when your earnest prayers seem to go unanswered, it is natural to feel that something is amiss, that time is being wasted, that my promises have somehow faltered. But my timing, beloved, is not the linear, often impatient chronology of the world. It is kairos, a divine, opportune moment, a perfect confluence of inner readiness and outer circumstance, orchestrated with an artistry that sees the end from the beginning and knows the precise moment when every element is perfectly aligned for the most beautiful and fruitful outcome. During these periods of apparent delay, while you may perceive only an absence of outward movement, a profound inner work is taking place within the secret chambers of your soul. This is your hidden becoming. Imagine a master sculptor working patiently, meticulously, upon a block of precious marble. To the untrained eye, much of the initial work may seem slow, even destructive. As chips fly and the rough form takes shape, there are long periods where the ultimate beauty of the sculpture remains veiled, hidden within the unhewn stone. So it is with me and your spirit during these times of waiting. I am the divine sculptor, and with my loving hands, I am shaping you, refining you, gently removing all that is not essential, all that would obscure the radiant magnificence of your true, divine self. This is often a quiet, internal process, a hidden becoming that is not always visible to the outward eye, or even to your own conscious awareness, but it is utterly vital for the glory that is to be revealed. This hidden becoming involves a deep inner healing, old wounds, perhaps from your distant past or from more recent trials. Wounds that you may have unknowingly carried are being tenderly addressed by my spirit. beliefs that have limited you, fears that have constrained you, patterns of thought and emotion that have kept you bound. These are being gently brought to the surface, not to cause you further pain, but to be met with my light, my love, my healing grace, so they can be released and transformed. This inner cleansing is essential. For the radiance I am preparing for you requires a vessel that is strong, clear, and capable of holding its brilliance without shattering within the sacred pause. There's also a profound maturation of your soul. Just as a fruit needs time to ripen on the vine, to absorb the sun's warmth, to develop its full flavor and sweetness, so too does your spirit require seasons of quiet gestation to mature into its fullest potential. The virtues that will enable you to carry your coming radiance with grace and wisdom, patience, humility, unwavering faith, deep compassion, unshakable resilience. These are not cultivated overnight. They are the slow-growing fruits of a soul that has learned to wait upon me, to trust my process, to find its strength, not in immediate gratification, but in enduring hope. These delays are often my way of allowing these precious fruits to ripen fully within you. Furthermore, this period of your hidden becoming is a time for expanding your capacity to receive and to embody the very radiance I am preparing. If I were to pour the full measure of my intended blessing upon you before your inner vessel was strong enough or spacious enough to contain it, it could be overwhelming, perhaps even damaging. Imagine trying to pour a vast ocean into a tiny cup. The cup would shatter. These delays, therefore, are often an act of my profound love and wisdom, a time when I am gently, patiently stretching your heart, expanding your consciousness, strengthening your spiritual foundations, so that when the radiance is finally unveiled, you will be able to receive it in its fullness, to integrate it with grace, and to shine it forth with power and beauty. And during this perceived stillness, my child, intricate alignments are taking place, both within you and in your outer world. I am subtly rearranging circumstances, opening and closing doors you may not even be aware of, preparing the hearts of others who will play a part in your next chapter, and ensuring that all the necessary elements are perfectly in place for the appointed time of your unveiling. This is like a master weaver at a vast loom, working with countless threads, some visible, some hidden, patiently weaving them together into an intricate design whose full beauty will only be revealed when the tapestry is complete. Your hidden becoming is an integral part of this divine weaving. While you may feel that nothing is happening, that you are simply waiting in a void, I assure you that my spirit is intensely active within you. I am strengthening your roots, deepening your foundations, preparing you from the inside out. This is often quiet work, like the silent, powerful growth of a mighty oak, whose most significant development occurs unseen, beneath the earth, before its branches can reach majestically towards the heavens. Do not mistake my quiet, internal work for absence or inactivity. It is often in the deepest stillness that the most profound transformations occur. Trust my timing, my beloved. It is always perfect, always born of love, always designed for your highest good. The radiance I am preparing for you is not a fleeting spark, but an enduring, transformative light. And such a light requires this period of careful, loving, often hidden. Preparation. Your hidden becoming is a sacred process by which you are being made ready to shine with an intensity, a beauty, and a purpose that will astound even your own heart. Embrace the mystery of this becoming, even in the midst of delay, for it is the pathway to the glorious, unseen radiance that awaits. My precious child, having begun to glimpse the truth that my divine timing governs every season of your life, and that even within prolonged delays, a hidden becoming is taking place within your soul. Let us now delve deeper into the sacred and loving purposes that often lie concealed within these very pauses, for the periods where your hopes seem deferred, where progress appears stalled, where my answers feel distant, are never instances of my neglect, nor are they arbitrary punishments. Each delay, when orchestrated by my hand, is imbued with a profound and benevolent purpose, designed to strengthen your faith, to deepen your character, to offer divine protection, and to allow all necessary elements to come into perfect alignment for the glorious, unseen radiance I am preparing for you. One of the most vital purposes within these sacred pauses is the strengthening and purification of your faith, a faith that has never been tested by waiting, a trust that has only known immediate gratification, can often be a shallow-rooted thing, easily shaken by the first winds of adversity, but the faith that endures through seasons of apparent silence, the faith that clings to my promises even when all outward evidence seems to contradict them. This is a faith that becomes pure gold, refined in the crucible of patient endurance. These delays are often my way of inviting you to move beyond a faith that relies on visible signs and immediate answers, into a deeper, more resilient trust that is anchored in the unwavering truth of my character, my love, my ultimate faithfulness, regardless of present circumstances. Each day you choose to trust in the face of unfulfilled longing. Your spiritual roots grow deeper into me, establishing a foundation that cannot be easily moved. Alongside the strengthening of faith, these delays serve to deepen and mature your character. The virtues that make a soul truly radiant: patience, perseverance, humility, compassion, unwavering hope. These are not instant endowments, but qualities that are cultivated and perfected through the very process of navigating challenges and enduring periods of waiting. Patience is learned in the school of delay. Perseverance is forged in the fires of continued effort despite apparent lack of progress. Humility blossoms when you come to the end of your own resources and learn to rely more fully on mine. Compassion deepens as your own experience of longing and vulnerability softens your heart towards the struggles of others. These delays, my child, are often my divine classroom, where the most beautiful and enduring attributes of your spiritual character are meticulously shaped and polished, preparing you to carry the coming radiance with grace and wisdom. Consider also, beloved, the element of divine protection that is often woven into my delays. Sometimes what you fervently desire, what you believe is for your highest good, may, if granted prematurely, lead to unforeseen difficulties, or place you in situations for which you are not yet fully prepared, or expose a nascent blessing to forces that could harm it. My vision encompasses all possibilities, all potential outcomes. There are times when my delay is an act of profound, protective love, a way of shielding you from harm you cannot yet perceive, or of safeguarding a delicate new beginning until it has developed the strength to withstand the pressures of the world. It is like a loving parent withholding a certain food from a child until their digestive system is mature enough to handle it, or keeping a tender seedling in a sheltered greenhouse until it is robust enough to be planted in the open field. Trust that my delays are often expressions of my perfect, protective care. Furthermore, these pauses are crucial for the alignment of all necessary elements for the most glorious manifestation of the radiance I intend for you. My plans are often far more intricate, far more far-reaching than your immediate perception can grasp. They involve not only your own inner readiness, but also the preparation of other people, the orchestration of outer circumstances, the timely convergence of resources and opportunities. Just as a master conductor waits for every instrument in the orchestra to be perfectly tuned, and every musician to be in their place before beginning a symphony, so too do I often allow for periods of delay to ensure that all the multifaceted components of my divine plan for you are in perfect, harmonious alignment. To rush this process would be to risk a discordant note, a diminished outcome. My delays are often the sound of my divine orchestra tuning up, preparing for a performance of breathtaking beauty and power. Think of a master weaver creating an intricate and priceless tapestry. They do not hurry their work. Each thread must be chosen with care, each color perfectly placed, each knot securely tied. There are periods where the overall design may not be apparent, where the work seems slow and painstaking. But every moment of that careful, deliberate process contributes to the ultimate beauty and integrity of the finished piece. So it is with me and the unfolding of your destiny. These delays are often my times of meticulous, behind the scenes weaving, ensuring that every thread of your life, every experience, every relationship is perfectly integrated into the magnificent tapestry I'm creating. This divine purpose within the pause is not always easy to discern when you are in the midst of it. The waiting can feel long, the silence profound, the lack of visible progress disheartening. But I invite you, my child, to look beyond the surface of your frustration, to trust that even in the stillness, even in the delay, my loving, purposeful hand is at work. These are not empty times. They are pregnant times, filled with unseen growth, with profound inner shifts, with a quiet gathering of energies for the new thing I'm about to do. My delays are not denials of your heart's deepest, truest desires, especially those desires that align with my will for you. They are often, instead, a deeper affirmation of those desires, a testament to their preciousness, a sign that I am taking the time to prepare both you and the fulfillment in a way that will bring the greatest possible joy, the most enduring good, the most radiant glory. A quickly plucked, unripe fruit may be bitter, but the fruit that is allowed to mature fully on the vine, nurtured by sun and rain in my perfect timing, will be sweet beyond imagining. The radiance I am preparing for you is that perfectly ripened fruit, and these delays are part of its sacred, loving maturation. Trust the process. My beloved, trust the purpose within the pause, for it is all orchestrated by a love that seeks only your most beautiful, most radiant becoming. The sacred purpose within these pauses is also to teach you the art of surrender, not as a passive resignation, but as an active, trust-filled yielding to a wisdom greater than your own. When your own plans are thwarted, when your own timing is overridden, you are invited to let go of the illusion of control and to rest in the assurance that a loving, omniscient hand is guiding your life. This surrender is not a sign of weakness. It is a profound spiritual strength, a gateway to a peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that can be found even in the midst of unfulfilled longing. Moreover, these delays often serve to clarify your desires, to purify your motives. In the space of waiting, you have the opportunity to examine what you are truly seeking and why. Sometimes, what you thought you wanted is not what your soul truly needs, or what I, in my greater wisdom, know is best for you. The delay can be a time for this deeper discernment, a period where superficial desires fall away, and the true, God-given longings of your heart emerge with greater clarity and purity. This ensures that when the fulfillment comes, it is a true and lasting joy, perfectly aligned with your deepest essence. Remember also, my child, that I often use these periods of delay to work not only in you, but also through you in unexpected ways. While you are waiting for one door to open, you may find yourself being used by me to bless others, to cultivate hidden talents, to learn new skills, to serve in ways you had not anticipated. These are not mere detours. They are integral parts of my plan, enriching your own soul and contributing to my larger purposes. Even as you await the specific radiance you long for, the sacred purpose within the pause is multifaceted, always loving, always geared towards your ultimate good and my greater glory. It is a testament to my intricate care, my patient artistry, my profound wisdom. Embrace this understanding, and the weight of waiting will transform into a lighter, more hope-filled anticipation of the beautiful and unseen radiance for which I am so lovingly preparing you. My precious child, having begun to grasp the sacred and loving purposes that reside within every divinely orchestrated pause, every period of delay in your journey, I now wish to draw you into an even more intimate awareness of my constant, active presence during these very times of waiting. For while your human perception may register only stillness, a frustrating lack of outward progress, or the heavy silence of unanswered prayers, my unseen hand, beloved, is never idle, is always at work, like that of a master weaver at a vast and intricate loom, or a patient sculptor shaping a hidden masterpiece, meticulously preparing both you and the very circumstances of your life for the glorious, unseen radiance that is your divine destiny. This work of my hand, weaving in the wait, is often subtle, hidden from your immediate sight, for much of it occurs in the deep, unseen realms of your own spirit and in the intricate, energetic currents of the world around you. You may feel that nothing is changing, that you are merely treading water in a stagnant pool. But I assure you, beneath the surface of that apparent stillness, a profound and purposeful activity is underway, orchestrated by my infinite love and guided by my unerring wisdom. Consider the internal preparation I am accomplishing within you during these delays. This is a time of deep soul crafting. While you wait, I am often working to heal emotional wounds that lie far beneath your conscious awareness, wounds whose subtle influence may have been hindering your capacity to fully receive or sustain the radiance I intend for you. My spirit moves like a gentle surgeon, tenderly cleansing, mending, and restoring those hidden places, strengthening your emotional foundations so that you can stand firm and unshakable when the fullness of my blessing is revealed. Simultaneously, I am deepening your spiritual roots, just as a tree, during a long, dry season, sends its roots further into the earth in search of hidden water. So too, these periods of waiting often compel your spirit to reach more deeply for me, your true source of life and sustenance. This is my unseen hand, guiding those roots, strengthening them, anchoring you more firmly in the bedrock of my love, my truth, my eternal being. This deeper rootedness is essential, for the radiance to come will require a strong and stable foundation within your soul. During these delays, I am also subtly shifting your perspectives, refining your understanding, and expanding your consciousness. Experiences that once seemed confusing or painful, when viewed through the lens of patient waiting and surrendered trust, can begin to yield profound insights. You may find yourself developing a greater empathy, a deeper wisdom, a more nuanced understanding of yourself, of others, and of my ways. This is my unseen hand, gently turning the kaleidoscope of your perception, allowing new patterns of truth and beauty to emerge, preparing your mind and heart to comprehend and appreciate the full spectrum of the radiance that awaits. And then, my child, there is the external orchestration that my hand is performing, weaving the intricate threads of circumstance in preparation for your appointed time, while you are focused on your own inner journey of waiting. I am often at work in the wider world, aligning people, resources, and opportunities in ways you cannot yet perceive. Doors that need to be open for your next chapter are being gently nudged ajar. Obstacles that would hinder your future path are being quietly removed or transformed. The hearts of those who will play a vital role in the manifestation of your radiance are being prepared, their own journeys being guided to intersect with yours at the perfect, divinely appointed moment. Imagine a master playwright or director meticulously setting the stage for a grand and beautiful production. Every prop must be in place, every actor perfectly positioned, every light cue precisely timed. The audience, waiting for the curtain to rise, sees none of this intricate, behind-the-scenes labor. They only experience the seamless beauty of the final performance. So it is with me, my child, during your seasons of delay. I am often that divine stage manager, working tirelessly behind the curtain of your visible reality, ensuring that when the moment for your radiance to be unveiled arrives, the stage of your life is perfectly set for its most glorious and impactful expression. This unseen work of my hand requires your trust, my beloved. It requires a willingness to believe that even when you cannot see my activity, even when you feel that nothing is happening, I am profoundly, purposefully, and lovingly engaged in preparing the way for you. The caterpillar in its chrysalis experiences a period of profound, hidden transformation. To the outward eye, it is a time of stillness, of enclosure, of apparent inactivity. Yet, within that silent, unseen space, a miracle of becoming is taking place, preparing it for a glorious new life of flight and beauty. Your periods of delay are often like that sacred chrysalis, a time when my unseen hand is performing the deep, alchemical work of transforming you from within, preparing you to unfurl wings you never knew you possessed. The reason this work is often unseen is manifold. Sometimes, if very delicacy requires it to be shielded from the harsh glare of premature exposure or the interference of doubt. At other times, the complexity of the orchestration is such that to reveal all its moving parts would be overwhelming to your human understanding. And often, my child, the unseen nature of my work is designed to cultivate your faith, to teach you to walk by trust and not by sight alone, to deepen your reliance on my loving presence, even when tangible evidence seems scarce. Do not mistake my unseen hand for an absent hand. Do not interpret stillness as my indifference. I am never more active than when I am working in the quiet, hidden depths of your being, and in the subtle, energetic currents of your life, weaving together all things for your ultimate good and for the glorious revelation of the radiance I have destined for you. Every moment of your waiting is filled with my purposeful, loving activity. Every delay is a sacred interlude where my unseen hand is meticulously crafting the beauty that is to come. Trust this process. My child, rest in this knowing, for the weaver's hand is sure, the sculptor's vision is perfect, and the radiance being prepared in this very wait will be worth every moment of your patient, faithful endurance. My beloved child, as my unseen hand has been diligently weaving the threads of your destiny in the quiet loom of your waiting, as I have been meticulously preparing both your inner being and your outer circumstances for the glory that is to come, there now begins a gentle, almost imperceptible shift in the spiritual atmosphere surrounding you. The prolonged season of delay, with its deep and often hidden work of preparation, starts to yield its first tender fruits. These are the first glimmers of the approaching dawn, the subtle yet undeniable signs that the period of waiting is nearing its sacred culmination, and that the unseen radiance I have promised is beginning to touch the horizon of your experience. Do not expect these initial manifestations to arrive with a sudden, dramatic flourish. My precious one, the radiance I prepare is often heralded by the softest of whispers, the most delicate of signs, much like the first faint blush of color in the eastern sky that precedes the full majesty of the sunrise. You must cultivate an even greater attentiveness now, a heart attuned to the subtlest movements of my spirit. For these first glimmers are precious harbingers, my love notes assuring you that the waiting has not been in vain, that my promises are true, and that the unveiling of your prepared splendor is drawing near. Perhaps the very first glimmer you notice is an inner lightening of your spirit, the heavy weight of unfulfilled longing, the oppressive atmosphere of prolonged delay may begin to lift, almost imperceptibly at first. You might find moments where your heart feels a little less burdened, your mind a little less clouded by anxiety or despair, a spontaneous sigh of release, not of weariness, but of a nascent, unlooked-for peace may escape your lips. These are the initial stirrings of my light beginning to permeate the inner chambers of your soul, the first evidence that the deepest darkness of the waiting period is indeed receding. You may also experience new perspectives beginning to dawn within your understanding. Situations that once seemed hopelessly opaque, delays that felt utterly meaningless, may start to reveal a flicker of my divine purpose within them. You might catch a glimpse of how a particular period of waiting has actually served to strengthen you, to teach you a vital lesson, or to protect you from a path that was not for your highest good. This dawning awareness, this ability to see my hand even in the retrospect of your trials, is a significant glimmer of the approaching radiance, for it signifies that your spiritual vision is becoming attuned to my higher ways. Look also, my child, for subtle external hints, small synchronicities that seem to whisper of a changing season. An unexpected word of encouragement may arrive just when your hope is wavering. A small opportunity, seemingly insignificant yet strangely aligned with a long-held desire, may present itself. You might encounter someone who offers a key piece of wisdom or a timely connection that feels like a divinely orchestrated appointment. These are not mere coincidences. Beloved, these are the gentle nudges of my hand, the first tangible evidences that the external circumstances I have been preparing are beginning to align for the manifestation of your blessing. They are like the first few notes of an overture, signaling that the grand symphony is about to begin. Within your own heart, you may sense a quiet stirring of anticipation, a feeling that something new, something good, is on the horizon, even if you cannot yet name it or see its full form. This is different from the anxious yearning of the past. It is a more peaceful, more trust-filled expectation, born of a growing awareness of my loving activity in your life. It is the inner knowing that the season of hidden preparation is drawing to a close, and a new season of visible manifestation is about to commence. This inner sense of nearing culmination is itself a precious glimmer, a testament to your spirit's attunement to my divine timing. These first glimmers of approaching dawn are often incredibly tender, like the first unfurling of a new leaf in early spring. They require your gentle nurturing, your careful attention, your grateful acknowledgement. Do not dismiss them because they are not yet the full blaze of noon. The most magnificent sunrise begins with these subtle, delicate assertions of light, each small sign of hope, each fleeting moment of peace, each unexpected positive turn is a sacred confirmation from my heart to yours, a whisper that says, I am here, I am at work, the radiance is coming. It is important, my child, to meet these first glimmers with faith and not with cynicism or resurgence of old doubts. The voice of past disappointment may try to tell you that these are false hopes, that you have been let down before, that this too will pass without true fulfillment. Gently quiet that voice. Remind yourself of my unwavering love, my perfect wisdom, my absolute power to bring my promises to pass. Choose to believe in these emerging signs, to see them as the authentic harbingers of the greater good I am unfolding. Your faith in these small beginnings creates a welcoming space for the fuller radiance to manifest. This is a time for heightened spiritual sensitivity. Just as a skilled navigator watches for the slightest shift in the wind or the first appearance of a guiding star, so too are you invited to become a discerning observer of the movements of my spirit in your life. These glimmers are my guiding stars, my gentle breezes, leading you out of the prolonged stillness of waiting and into the active current of my unfolding purpose. Remember, the radiance I am preparing for you is unseen in its fullness until my perfect time of unveiling. But these first glimmers are the tangible proof that it is real, that it is approaching, that the delays have indeed been a period of profound and loving preparation. They are the evidence that my unseen hand, weaving in the wait, has been crafting something truly beautiful, something uniquely yours, something that will far exceed your current imaginings. So, open your heart wide, my beloved. Tune your spiritual senses. Look for, listen for, feel for these first precious glimmers of your approaching dawn. They are my love made visible in small, tender ways, my promise beginning to take tangible form, my assurance that the season of waiting is yielding to a season of glorious, radiant fulfillment. Your unseen radiance is drawing near, and these are its beautiful, hopeful heralds. My beloved child, as those first precious glimmers of your approaching dawn begin to touch the horizon of your experience, as the subtle yet undeniable signs of my active preparation become more discernible to your awakened heart, you now enter a particularly sacred and potent phase of this journey. This is the time of consciously trusting the divine process that has brought you thus far, and of actively, joyfully, nearing the fulfillment of the promise for which you have so patiently waited. It is a period that calls for a deepening of your faith, a heightened sensitivity to my guidance, and a courageous willingness to cooperate with the final. Exquisite touches my hand is placing upon both your inner being and the circumstances of your life, all in readiness for the full unveiling of that radiance and scene. Having navigated the long season of delay, having felt the unseen pavement of my promises beneath your feet, even in the deepest shadows, you now stand on the cusp of a significant unfolding. The weight of waiting unfulfilled is beginning to lift, replaced by a nascent anticipation, a quiet excitement born of those initial, hopeful glimmers. This is not a time to become complacent, my child, nor is it a time to succumb to a renewed anxiety that perhaps this too might be a false dawn. Rather, it is a time for a focused, trust-filled engagement with me, a conscious participation in the beautiful culmination of my preparatory work. How, then, do you navigate these final stages of delay, these precious moments before the full radiance is revealed? Firstly, by deepening your trust in my perfect timing and my unfailing love. You have seen the evidence of my hand. However subtle, you have felt the stirrings of my spirit. Now, allow that trust to become your anchor, your unwavering foundation. Even if some uncertainties remain, even if the full picture is not yet entirely clear, choose to lean into the assurance that I, who have begun this good work in you, I, who have guided you through every delay, will indeed bring it to its glorious completion. This deepened trust is like a calm sea that perfectly reflects the dawning light, undistorted by the waves of fear or doubt. Secondly, practice patience, infused with joyful anticipation. The waiting may not be entirely over, for my timing often involves a final, delicate unfolding. But this is no longer the weary, uncertain patience of the long night. It is the vibrant, expectant patience of one who knows the promise is near, who can already smell the fragrance of the approaching bloom, who can hear the distant, joyful music of the celebration to come. Let this anticipation fill your heart not with restless agitation, but with a serene, joyful eagerness. This is the patience of a bride awaiting her beloved, of a farmer awaiting a guaranteed harvest, of an artist about to unveil a masterpiece. This is also a crucial time for active receptivity and conscious preparation on your part. As I put the finishing touches on my work, I invite you to prepare the inner chambers of your heart, your mind, your spirit, to fully receive the radiance I am about to bestow. This may involve a final letting go of any lingering resistances, any remaining fears of unworthiness, any subtle attachments to old patterns that would hinder your ability to fully embrace the newness that is coming. Ask me, Lord, what in me still needs to be surrendered, to be cleansed, to be made ready for the fullness of your blessing. And then listen with an open heart, willing to cooperate with any gentle adjustments my spirit may indicate. This conscious inner preparation is like clearing your home and adorning it for the arrival of a most honored guest. Learn to cooperate with my final, loving touches. In these nearing stages, my guidance may become more specific, my promptings more direct. Though still often gentle, be exquisitely attentive. I may be asking you to take a small, seemingly unrelated step, that is. In fact, crucial for the final alignment of all things. I may be inviting you to forgive someone completely, to release an old dream to make space for a new one, or to simply rest in a posture of quiet, open-hearted expectation. Your willing cooperation with these final refinements is like an artist allowing the master's hand to add the last, perfecting highlights to a portrait, bringing forth its true likeness and luminosity. And my child, guard your hope with tender vigilance. As the promise draws near, the adversary of your soul may make one final attempt to sow seeds of doubt, to whisper that it is too good to be true, to remind you of past disappointments. Do not engage with these voices. Clothe yourself in the truth of my unfailing love. Surround yourself with reminders of my faithfulness. Speak my promises aloud. Hold fast to the glimmers you have already seen. Your hope, nurtured through the long delay and now quickened by the approaching dawn, is a sacred flame. Protect it, cherish it, and allow it to burn ever brighter as you near the moment of fulfillment. Imagine an athlete in the final lap of a long and arduous race. The finish line is in sight. The cheers of the crowd, the angelic host, my own delight are beginning to be heard. This is not the time to falter, to doubt, to look back. It is the time to gather all remaining strength, to focus with unwavering determination, and to run with joyful expectation towards the victory that is already assured. You are in that final lap, my beloved. The radiance unseen is becoming the radiance at hand. Any anxieties that arise in this almost there phase, perhaps a fear of the unknown, a trepidation about your ability to handle the blessing, or even a subtle fear of the very intensity of the joy to come, bring these to me immediately. Do not allow them to take root. My peace is sufficient to calm every fear. My strength is perfect for every new capacity you will need. My love has prepared you not just for the journey through the delay, but also for the glorious reality of the promise fulfilled. You are ready, my child, because I have made you ready. This period of nearing the promise is a sacred threshold. You are stepping out of the long corridor of waiting and into the sunlit room of manifestation. It is a time of profound grace, where every act of trust, every moment of patient anticipation, Every prayer of heartfelt receptivity accelerates the unveiling of my glory in your life. You are not just passively waiting for something to happen to you. You are actively, joyfully, consciously participating with me in the birth of your new day, the revelation of your prepared splendor. Trust the process. My child, the promise is near, and the radiance will be beyond anything you have yet dared to imagine. As you trust this process, you will feel a shift from merely enduring the wait to actively preparing for the arrival. This preparation might be internal, a final clearing of emotional clutter, a conscious aligning of your will with mine, a deepening of your gratitude for what is about to unfold. Or it might involve small, practical, inspired actions in your outer world that demonstrate your faith in the coming fulfillment. These actions, born of trust and guided by my spirit, are like opening the windows and doors of your heart to welcome the fresh air and radiant light of the new day. The sense of nearing is a palpable energy, a divine quickening. You may feel it as an increased vibrancy in your spirit, a heightened sensitivity to beauty, a deeper sense of connection with me and with life itself. This is the energy of my promise drawing closer. Its gravitational pull gently aligning all things within and around you for the moment of its perfect manifestation. Do not be surprised if, even in these final stages, there are small tests of your faith, moments that require you to reaffirm your trust in my timing and my goodness. These are not setbacks, but opportunities for you to demonstrate the strength and resilience you have gained during the long period of preparation. Each time, you choose faith over fear, hope over doubt. In these nearing moments, you are adding another layer of luster to the radiance that is about to be revealed. This is a holy time, my child, filled with a sacred hush of anticipation. Just as the world seems to hold its breath in the moments before a magnificent sunrise, so too does your soul now wait with a quiet and profound reverence for the unveiling of the glory for which you have been so lovingly and meticulously prepared. The process is nearing its beautiful culmination. The promise is at hand, and my joy in bringing this to fulfillment in your life is boundless. My precious child, having walked with such patient trust through the final stages of your divinely orchestrated delay, having cooperated with my unseen hand as I placed the finishing touches upon your inner being and the circumstances of your life, the sacred moment of unveiling is now upon you. The curtain that for so long veiled the object of your hopes, the fulfillment of my promises, is now being drawn back by my loving hand. Behold, my beloved, the radiance unseen, the splendor for which every moment of waiting, every act of faith, every surrendered tear has so meticulously prepared you. This is not a fleeting illusion, nor a distant dream, but the tangible, breathtaking manifestation of my faithfulness. Your prepared glory breaking forth into the visible realm. The period of delay, with its hidden becoming and its sacred purposes, has reached its beautiful culmination. The long night of waiting has given birth to this glorious dawn, a dawn that now blossoms into the fullness of your new day. What was once only a glimmer of hope, a subtle stirring, now begins to shine with an undeniable brilliance, illuminating the landscape of your life with hues of joy, peace, and divine purpose that you may have only dared to imagine. This is the unveiling of your prepared splendor, a splendor that is all the more profound, all the more radiant. Because of the journey that has led you to this sacred moment, as this radiance is unveiled, you will begin to experience the profound wisdom of my timing, the perfect artistry of my preparation. That which you longed for, prayed for, perhaps even despaired of ever receiving, now arrives not as you might have intellectually conceived it, but in a form, at a time, and with a depth of meaning that far surpasses your previous understanding. You see now, perhaps for the first time, with such clarity, that had this blessing arrived sooner, before your heart was fully tilled, before your spirit was truly strengthened, before all external elements were perfectly aligned, you might not have been able to receive it, to hold it, or to appreciate its full divine significance. The delay was not a withholding of my love, but an essential part of its most glorious bestowal. Imagine a magnificent sculpture hidden for a long season beneath a craftsman's cloth, while the artist works with meticulous care, refining every detail, perfecting every line. The anticipation of its unveiling grows, but the true beauty can only be revealed when the work is absolutely complete, when every element is in its perfect place. So it has been with you, my child. The delays were my time of sacred sculpting, shaping your character, healing your wounds, expanding your capacity. And now, as the cloth is drawn away, the prepared splendor of your being, the manifested blessing I have crafted for you, stands revealed in its breathtaking beauty. This unveiled radiance may manifest in many forms, unique to your journey and my specific plan for you. It may be the healing of a long-standing wound, physical, emotional, or spiritual, bringing with it a profound sense of wholeness and liberation. It may be the fulfillment of a deep-seated desire, the arrival of a longed-for relationship, the opening of a door to a new and purposeful vocation. It may be an inner transformation so profound that your very perception of yourself and the world is reborn, imbued with a new light, a new peace, a new joy, whatever its form. My child, you will recognize it by its divine signature. It will resonate with love. It will bring forth life. It will glorify me. And it will feel like coming home to the truest, most authentic expression of yourself. One of the most beautiful aspects of this unveiling is the profound sense of divine rightness that accompanies it. There's no striving, no forcing, no anxiety. Instead, there's a deep, inner knowing that this is as it should be, that this is my perfect will unfolding in its perfect time. The pieces of the puzzle, which may have seemed so scattered and confusing during the period of delay, now click into place with an effortless grace, revealing a pattern of astonishing beauty and coherence. This sense of everything falling into its divinely appointed order brings with it an immense peace, a quiet, unshakable joy. You will also experience a deep gratitude that wells up from the depths of your being. Gratitude not only for the blessing itself, but also for the journey that led you to it, including the very delays that once caused you such frustration. For you now see with enlightened eyes how those periods of waiting were essential, how they deepened your faith, refined your character, and prepared you to receive this splendor with a heart made spacious and appreciative. This gratitude is a luminous hue in your revealed radiance, a sweet fragrance rising from a soul that has known both the desert and the promised land. And with this prepared splendor comes a new capacity to embody and express my light, because you have been so meticulously prepared, because your inner vessel has been strengthened and enlarged. You are now able to hold and to radiate my blessings with a new power, a new grace, a new wisdom. The radiance you receive is not meant to be hoarded, but to be shared, to flow through you as a source of healing, hope, and inspiration to others. Your life, illuminated by this unveiled splendor, becomes a beacon, a testament to my faithfulness, a living demonstration that delays, when surrendered to me, are always pathways to a greater glory. The joy you feel now is not the fragile happiness of fleeting circumstance, but the resilient, deeply rooted joy of a soul that has come through the fire and has found its true home in my love. This joy can coexist with the memory of past sorrows, not diminishing their significance, but transmuting them into a deeper compassion, a richer understanding. It is the joy of the harvest after a long season of planting and tending, the joy of the sunrise after an arduous night, the joy of a promise fulfilled in a way that exceeds all expectation. Embrace this unveiled splendor, my beloved. Receive it with an open heart, with childlike wonder, with profound thankfulness. It is my gift to you, the beautiful culmination of a process that was always guided by my love, always infused with my purpose, always moving towards this very moment of glorious revelation. The radiance, unseen, is now seen, is now felt, is now lived, and it is all because, through every delay, I was lovingly, faithfully, and perfectly preparing you. This prepared splendor is not an endpoint, but a new beginning, a new platform from which you will continue to grow, to learn, and to love the capacities that were forged in you during the delay. Your deepened faith, your resilient patience, your expanded heart are now the very tools you will use to navigate this new, more luminous chapter of your life with even greater grace and wisdom. The beauty of this unveiling is that it often has a ripple effect, touching not only your own life, but also the lives of those around you. As you embody this new radiance, as you live from this place of fulfilled hope and divine empowerment, you become an unconscious permission giver for others to believe in their own unseen potential, to trust in my timing for their own lives. Your story of delay, transformed into splendor, becomes a powerful testament that can ignite hope in hearts that have grown weary with waiting. Do not be surprised if old patterns of thinking or feeling try to cast a momentary shadow even upon this radiant new landscape. The habits of the past can be tenacious, but now you are equipped with a new light, a new strength, a new knowing. You can meet these old echoes not with fear, but with the gentle, confident assurance of one who has seen my faithfulness manifest, who has experienced the truth that my preparations always lead to a glorious outcome. This splendor is uniquely yours, my child, perfectly tailored to your soul, your journey, your divine purpose. It is the fulfillment of the specific desires I planted within your heart, the blossoming of the specific seeds I nurtured during your season of waiting. Rejoice in its uniqueness, celebrate its beauty, and know that it is but a taste of the even greater glories I have yet to reveal as you continue to walk with me. Trusting my process, embracing my love, and allowing my light to shine ever more brightly through your beautifully prepared being. My beloved child, as you stand now in the unveiled splendor for which every moment of delay, every act of faith, every surrendered tear has so meticulously prepared you, let us marvel together at the profound and enduring beauty of a destiny that has been polished by divine delay. For the radiance you now experience, the fulfillment that now graces your life, is not a fragile or superficial gleam. It possesses a depth, a stability, and an impactful luminescence that could only have been achieved through that very process of patient waiting and hidden preparation that once caused you such anguish. My wisdom, my child, is perfect in all my timings. And every delay was an integral brushstroke on the masterpiece of your becoming. The world often prizes speed, instant results, quick victories. It may look upon delay as a sign of inefficiency, of failure, or of forgottenness. But I, your divine artisan, know the secrets of true and lasting beauty, of profound and unshakable strength, just as a diamond, born deep within the earth under immense pressure and over vast eons of time, acquires an incomparable brilliance, an indomitable hardness. So too has your spirit, through the pressures of waiting and the patient work of my grace, been refined into a gem of extraordinary luster and resilience, a radiance acquired too easily, without the tempering of trial or the deepening of delay, can often be a shallow thing, easily dimmed by the next challenge. But the splendor that is born of patient endurance, of faith tested and proven, of character meticulously shaped in the crucible of waiting, this is a radiance that shines from the very core of your being, a light that cannot be easily extinguished, a beauty that carries the unmistakable hallmark of divine artistry. Consider a mighty oak tree, its branches reaching toward the heavens, its roots anchored deep within the earth. Such strength, such majesty is not achieved in a single season. It is the result of years, decades, even centuries of slow, patient growth, of enduring countless storms, of drawing sustenance from the hidden depths during periods of drought. The delays in your life, my child, have often been like those seasons of unseen root development. While you may have perceived only a lack of outward progress, your inner foundations were being strengthened. Your capacity to receive and to hold my blessings was being expanded. Your resilience was being forged in the very heart of your waiting. And now, the splendor that is revealed in you stands tall and firm, not because the winds of life will cease to blow, but because your roots, polished by divine delay, run so deep into me. Your eternal source, the radiance you now embody, is more profound because of the journey that led you here, having navigated the valley of shadows, having wrestled with doubt and despair, having clung to hope when all seemed hopeless. Your understanding of my grace, my faithfulness, my love is not merely intellectual. It is etched into the very fiber of your being. This experiential knowing gives your light a depth, a wisdom, a compassion that can only be born of such a transformative passage. You are not just shining. You are shining with a light that carries the rich, nuanced hues of a soul that has been tried and has emerged, through my grace, victorious. This splendor is also more stable because of the meticulous preparation that preceded its unveiling. Had the blessing come too soon, before your character was fully formed, before your inner vessel was sufficiently strong. It might have overwhelmed you, or been mishandled, or even lost. But the delays allowed me the time to build within you the necessary foundations of humility, of patience, of gratitude, of spiritual maturity. These virtues are now the bedrock upon which your current radiance rests, ensuring its stability, its endurance, its capacity to withstand any future tremors or storms. A house built hastily on shallow ground may crumble, but a house built slowly, meticulously, upon a deep and solid foundation will stand firm for generations. Your prepared splendor is such a house, built by my loving hand through every season of delay. And most wondrously, my child, the radiance revealed in you through this process is more impactful because you have been so deeply prepared, because your character has been so refined, because your connection with me has been so intimately forged in the crucible of waiting. You are now equipped to carry and to share this light with a greater power, a more authentic anointing, a more profound andante seeding. Your story of delay transformed into divine fulfillment becomes a potent testimony, a source of hope and inspiration for others who are still navigating their own seasons of waiting. The wisdom you have gained, the compassion you have cultivated, the strength you have discovered, these are not just for your own benefit. They are gifts you now offer to the world, making your illuminated life a beacon that draws others towards my love and my light. A quickly kindled flame may offer a brief warmth, but a fire that has been carefully built with well-seasoned wood and deep embers burns longer, hotter, and provides a more enduring light and warmth to all who draw near. My perfect wisdom, I beloved, is woven into every delay, every pause, every period of hidden preparation. I see the end from the beginning. I know the precise timing, the exact conditions, the necessary inner transformations that are required for your soul to blossom into its fullest, most radiant expression. While your human heart may chafe at the slowness of the process, while your mind may struggle to comprehend the reasons for the wait, my spirit is always at work, lovingly, patiently, unerringly guiding all things towards the glorious culmination I have ordained for you. Trust this wisdom, my child. Embrace the beauty of a destiny polished by divine delay. The radiance you now experience is not a fragile accident, but a hard-won, grace-filled, and divinely orchestrated masterpiece. It carries within it the strength of your endurance, the purity of your refined faith, and the indelible imprint of my loving, skillful hand. This is a splendor that will last, a light that will continue to grow, a story that will forever testify to the profound truth that through every delay, I am indeed preparing you for a radiance unseen, a radiance that, once revealed, shines all the more brilliantly because of the patient, loving journey that brought it into being. As we draw this tender communion to a close for this sacred now, my cherished one, let the deep peace of this understanding settle upon your spirit like a gentle, healing balm. The journey through frustrating delays, the ache of waiting unfulfilled, was never a sign of my forgetfulness, but always a testament to my profound, meticulous love, preparing you for a radiance far greater than you could have imagined. You have learned that my timing is perfect, that even in the stillness, a hidden becoming was taking place within you. You have glimpsed the sacred purposes woven into every pause, and felt my unseen hand weaving in the weight, laying each stone of hope upon your path. And now, as that unseen radiance is unveiled, you recognize it not just as a blessing, but as a destiny polished by divine delay, making it more profound, more stable, more impactful. Carry this knowing in your heart always. My love is the ultimate artisan, my wisdom the perfect guide. Every season of your life, whether of waiting or of fulfillment, is held within my loving, purposeful embrace. The radiance you now embody is an enduring testament to this truth. Rest in its light. Beloved, shine with its beauty, and trust that my hand will continue to lead you, to prepare you, and to unveil ever new dimensions of my glory in your life, always in my perfect time.